Yo, I don't like the fact that these braids make me look like I got a big ass forehead. My forehead really is not that big in person, I promise y'all. Ask any of my people that know me for real, in real life, okay? Anyways, I hope everybody is doing good. Today is Tuesday. I'm about to pick my son up from summer camp, sports camp. I signed him up thinking it was an all-day thing, and lo and behold, drop-off is at 8:30, and pickup is 12:30. So I'm paying all this money for you to keep my baby for 8:30. I'll bring him at 9. The word for today is to stay positive, keep grinding. Life can be tough. Things are going to happen. But stay the course and never lose faith. I promise you. Tests come at you all day, every day. Just keep doing you and stay grateful. That's the key. If you stay grateful, God will surely bless you with more. Another thing before I talk about what I want to talk about, when you're on social media, everybody has an opinion, right? And that's all it is. It's really just an opinion. And so if the opinions of other people bother you, get on your nerves, whatever, you do know you have the ability to just click off, right? I don't know if some of you guys know this, but you literally can change your algorithm to what it is you want to see versus what's coming on your feed. And so, lately I clicked on one lady. The next thing I know, I'm getting all these videos about colorism and interracial dating and all this other stuff. And people can do whatever the heck they want, when they want, how they want it, right? Because truth be told, what they think or what they do has no bearing on my personal life, right? I'm just out here living, raising my son, doing me, right? But if I know this content is taking me to a place mentally that is not conducive to my productivity, then all I got to do is click do not recommend. And every time that video pops up in the same category, I just hit don't recommend. And next thing you know, the algorithm takes them all out and you don't see them anymore. And it's really just that simple. Like if somebody is saying something that you don't agree with, but you're continuing to watch, then that's on you. Really. Now, if you're watching it so that you can build content on it, I understand that. Some people watch stuff that they don't necessarily agree with or don't like because they want to make a reaction to it, which is sometimes what I do too. We weren't meant to all agree on the same thing or have the same feelings because we all didn't come from the same place. And you'll even find that, you'll even find that you were raised in the same household as people and you guys will have differing opinions about certain things. So, that's how God made us. And I love the fact that we're all different and that we all think different because it brings about different perspective and dialogue, I like that about the world. But again, if something bothers you that much about a person's content, it's better to just click off and say don't recommend, rather than watch them and be hating them at the same time. Because to me that's weird. You totally hate a person's content, but yet you continually watch them. That's strange to me. But anyways, I was driving and I listened to the radio, right? I think I'm one of the only few people that still listen to the actual radio of the different segments that they have on radio. And so today I was listening to one of my radio stations that I absolutely love, 91.1 out here in Hampton Roads. They play the best music, and the radio station is a part of Norfolk State University. So they have sometimes students that are running that are DJing or whatever. And I love to hear the young people's perspective on a lot of things because it'd be so far from what I be thinking, but I just love to know what they're thinking, how they think and all that. Anyways, one of the young ladies on there was talking about the women's basketball. And so I started listening to it, and they're literally like covering the last game, right? Not necessarily talking about Caitlin Clark or anything like that, but it got me to thinking about how much I listen to morning radio and have for years. I've always been a radio listener, and never ever have I ever heard people discussing women's basketball ever. I'ma just keep it G, right? And so you have all of these people and their opinions, especially black people in sports, that are either defending Caitlin Clark, saying, hey, black women should be grateful that Caitlin Clark is here because now she's affording everybody opportunities that they didn't have before. And then you have black people that are saying, well, the black athletes that came before her are the ones that paved the way so that she could be propped up. And listen, two things can be true at the same damn time, okay? I understand where Don Staley and Lisa Leslie and Angel Reese and all those guys are coming from wholeheartedly. I totally understand. And I also understand, hey, just like Fredia Gibbs said on IG, you know, they have to have a great white hope. Caitlin Clark right now is their great white hope. And you got to think about it. Who owns the media? Who has the ability to push her out there? White people, because they're the ones that own all this stuff. You understand? So they have the ability to take the one great white basketball player that they got and prop her up, and they're going to do that. Can you blame them? No, they gonna do what they gonna do. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is the society and the world in which we live right now. And I think a lot of us would be better off when we just realize what it is and learn to work around that. You know? Do we have a right to complain? Yes. Absolutely. But I find it very interesting that the same black people that are now covering women's basketball didn't before. There was a news clip, or there was an interview where Stephen A. Smith and a young lady were talking about this very same thing.
The woman. You guys may not have said everybody, but the prevailing sentiment for folks that are just joining the WNBA and following women's sports is unfair to the women of this league, to your point, who have laid the groundwork. The game is physical. Caitlin is helping to grow the league. These women understand that, but she cannot be babied as a rookie. That's all I'm at.
Who talks about the WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talk about women's sports more than First Take?
Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Wow.
All right, we gotta go to you guys.
So I can understand black folks in media having an opinion about this, but literally, you guys had the opportunity to prop all of those black players up back in the day, and you didn't. Everybody has a right to feel the way that they do, but if you had an opportunity to put WNBA on the map and make it more exciting and make it to where people will actually want to watch the games and go patronize the games, and you didn't, I think you should just stay silent about it and report on it as you've been told by the owners of whatever station you're working at. And there's a lot of politics behind it. It is what it is. We live in a racist country. It is what it is. You got to work around it. Stay in your lane. Do the best you can, especially if everybody on the team isn't willing to walk out and start their own team, you know, their own league. If you guys aren't willing to start your own league, because look, we got to keep it real here. If you took all of this out of all of the major sports, even white people won't watch it.